I have this beautiful synthetic pear-shaped stone. One side is flat and one is domed. And we are going to make a beautiful wire pendant with 20 and 28 gauge wire, chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, wire cutter or flush cutter, and also the metal surface and the metal mallet for pressing the wire and create effects. To create the structure, pick up 20 gauge wire and the stone. We are going to make a bigger pear shape with wire, and to determine the size, leave about twice the circumference of the stone in one side and double that for the other side. Now we have this wire strand and we need to make it all straight at first, and I'm doing that with chain nose pliers, but you could do that with a nylon mallet too. To determine the midpoint of this wire, make the start and ending point close and put the stone in between. Then squeeze the wire to embrace the stone. You could even put it in your hand and then start to squeeze it more. You could choose any other shapes of stones like a round one. What do you prefer? And what's your taste for a stone shape? Please comment it below for me. Okay, here we need about half of a centimeters, and then at the intersecting point, I'm going to make bends with chain nose pliers. So I make 2 at both sides so that the wire strands would be parallel, and I'm going to make a bail here. Make 2 strands close to each other, and again with 20 gauge wire, I'm going to make a wire wrapping part. Just like a tie, wrap it and squeeze it with chain nose pliers because it's not as easy as the thinner wires to wrap it just with your fingers. So I need to use my chain nose pliers repeatedly after each wrapping part. So maybe you need to do the same and continue that for about 3 or 4 times. When you're done, squeeze these wrapping parts to be attached together and cut it out at the start and ending point at the very end. Again, pick up chain nose pliers and press down those sharp ends and close them well. This helps the wire wrapping part to be fixed and also to remove the sharp edges. Now the joint is made. 20 gauge wire again, and leave a space for an open and big swirl and a wire wrapping part, and then cut it out. It's about 6 to 8 centimeters for me, and it depends on the size of the stone that you're making this pendant for. Then pick up round nose pliers to make a very little swirl by wrapping it at one side, and while you're twisting your wrist, bend the wire with the other hand. And this is how we make an open swirl. Put it on the metal surface and start hammering it with metal mallets. This helps this piece to be a little flattened, and also a beautiful texture is created. Now this is one piece, and we are going to make it twice. Now we have two of these swirls, and I'm going to attach them to the main structure. So put one of those close to the main structure, insert the thinner wire of about 28 gauge and make a tie. Then squeeze it with one hand and keep it tight with the other. Then cut the wire out in about 6 centimeters, and with a round nose pliers, make circles and insert it in again and pull it back. We repeat the same process for about half of a centimeters of the wrapping part. So again, I squeeze each wrapping parts together, make a circle and pull it. When it's done, again, make all of them close to each other with chain nose pliers and squeeze. Start an indent point of this wire wrapping part and then cut it at the very end on both sides with wire cutter. Try to put the cut part inside the frame, not outside, to protect it more. Now put the stone on, and this would be the backer part, and here I need to make a wrapping part here to make a joint, and this is a little big, so I cut it out in about 2 centimeters and then wrap the wire the same as the first time. So make a big circle with round nose pliers and wrap it all around the structure. Pull it a little and then squeeze it more with chain nose pliers. Don't continue pulling it with fingers because it's both hard and distort the shape of the wire. So I'm doing it with tools. Again, wrap it with round nose pliers, fix the place, and then squeeze it with chain nose pliers. Now the back here part is ready, and I'm doing that the same with another one and at the top of the stone. But with a difference, I'm going to make both wire wrapping parts with the thinner wire at right and left of the first wrapping part. So insert the thinner wire in so that keeps both main frame and the upper swirl part. Make a tie, squeeze it with chain nose pliers and fasten it up. Then cut it out and make a wire wrapping part here. You could even extract this stone to be easier. We do that just like the first wire wrapping part at both sides, right and left. And here we insert the stone in and we wrap the wire. But first, I need to change the place of the upper frame because it's too close to the stone. So I do that with round nose pliers and change it a bit. And now it's perfect. And here I'm going to make another wire wrapping part, just like this one. There it is. The other wire wrapping part is finished. And you could see this is so simple, easy, but very beautiful. At the top, cut the wire out so that you remain about 1 centimeters, and then omit the extra part. Then put round nose pliers, keep both wires tight, and start making a very little circle as the bail. And just last edits, and I squeeze it a little more, and I change the place with chain nose pliers to fix it better. And now there it is, a very beautiful wire wrapping pendant. I hope you could make one and enjoy it so much. Thanks for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.